Okay, welcome to today's live stream. For today, we need to clean up the user interface of AI Telemetry. So, let me show you here. I've been simplifying the menu, which used to be super long here, to just a button to click to order a cluster. And I added this WebAwesome breadcrumb that says no cluster found, and if you want to go back to all cluster orders, you can. But it also says no cluster found, manage your own Red Hat OpenShift cluster in the cloud, and then create. And this will pop up the create form. But this needs to be cleaned up as well, so might work on that as well. And also add a close button, add a title at the top because we need that too. So some interesting things like that. And then the bare metal also needs to be cleaned up. It's a little crazy. I'm trying to introduce breadcrumbs here. So I'm in the middle of that. I needed to make a fix to computate because there was actually a typo where it's looking for the search field, but it ends in R, which doesn't belong. So I'm going to make that change and then compile it. And then I'm going to touch this bare metal order.java file, which should do some code generation. And if everything looks good, yes, it doesn't throw an error here. So hopefully this will now say something after this breadcrumb. Yes. Okay, so it says search bare metal orders. That actually goes back to itself, so maybe it doesn't make much sense, but it's okay for now. So I might want to put this all the way up here and get rid of this H1. Curious what other people think, but I'm trying to simplify this user interface so it takes up less space and also make these smaller, I think, and you might not need all of these. So this is where we currently are. I cleaned up this code block to do the breadcrumb instead, but I need to look at bare metal order search gen search page dot htm. HTML body all. So currently it's doing the suggested search form and the search form. With a divider. Let me see what this looks like. So we have kind of confused right now. Let me add a comment, see what this hides. I definitely get lost in my own code sometimes. That didn't find what I'm looking for. So, oops. Test. Let's find the HTML body bare metal order page, middle. If the result count is 0, which it's not, else do this. So it says all bare metal orders. Where does it say that? Oh, that's the breadcrumb. And then it has the pagination buttons, the search buttons. Okay, so these are the pagination buttons. So WebAwesome has some cool patterns. So if we follow the pagination one, we can have a better pagination, I think. Let's see what this looks like. It looks like this with these previous and next buttons. Or it looks like this. So that's kind of two options here. The one that what we're doing is we have a previous, we have a next, we have an increase results, decrease results. I'm thinking maybe we could do it like this and we could say previous, next, less, more. So we want to grab this code block and bring it into here. Bare metal order pagination buttons. This is a file that was generated with the Computate platform for us automatically. But we're gonna improve this. Let me just see what this looks like if I refresh the page. Okay, interesting. So it does that and that. 1 to 10. of 50 results. Here it says 1 to 10 of 37 bare metal orders. So it's pretty similar. If we want to fix the code generation for this, then let's look for pagination. This is it right here. Oops. Sometimes the search is weird in VS Code. All right. So we make this ID, but let's make it a WebAwesome split. And then let's add another div here and add class equals something, and then bare metal order, pagination buttons. All right, so we're going to add the web components prefix followed by a split. And then in here, class equals we're going to add a cluster and a gap extra small and appearance outlined. Huh. So these are all tooltips, but these are the buttons. Button group. We actually, okay, so I'm going to get rid of the button group. Maybe I'm going to move these tooltips out here and set these to indent 5. Whoops. 5. And then we're going to split. We're going to do a cluster. We're going to get rid of this button group and then make all of these be at level 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6. Get rid of this button group. Oh wait, actually, I shouldn't have done that because I'm gonna stay at that level because we have level 5, we have level 6, and then I'm gonna move this up to here. And this span has a class. We'll try a div and see if it works, but it's going to be caption L. And then we will Maven install this computate project, updated computate project, and then we're going to touch this bare metal order. And should see, yeah, there's a new one. And then here, this has the new changes. So let's see how it looks on the page. Okay, nice. We also want to include, well, we want it closer to this box here, this table. And in the WebAwesome one, it's at the bottom. I kind of like it at the top, but let me know what you think. Or we could put it at the top and the bottom. But what we also need to put is some text here. Whoops. Let me move that out of the way. In here, we can add some internationalization for I18N page dot get string, and then I18N dot some var debut. So this is the start. Wait. I don't know. No. Let me think. Have these tooltips here. Okay, so if I hover over these, it should say something. I guess maybe I broke the tooltips, perhaps. I have these tooltips. Wait. But they're actually not doing anything because I think I did them wrong. So let me see if I can get these working right. So tooltip is another WebAwesome web component tooltip. So you give a button an ID and then you put for the same ID. And that's basically what I'm doing wrong here is I don't have a for any of these. 4 equals primary outline. So if there's a link, it makes href, else disabled. All right, so I need to give these buttons an ID. ID equals, and it's going to be, I'm going to do some internationalization because internationalization is important. Whoops. I'm going to say passion. Huh. Looks like I don't have those. So I go to internationalization, pagination. Oh wait, but I do have pagination buttons, so I could use that instead for the ID. Um, so this computate software is all written in French. Bouton, pagination, précédent. Actually, scrap this. And this one will be suivant. Oh, yeah, what do I do? Debut. Prochaine. Let me know if my French is all wrong, Denis.
No, that's okay. Prochaine.
Précédent, prochaine.
Prochain.
I think.
You're talking a page.
Hey, yeah, next. So next results, previous results, and then
Oh,
this one
yeah.
is
Technically, you will say précédent, suivant.
précédent
Or,
suivant. Right.
no, you
Suivant.
can say prochain, suivant, but you don't say at the end of the word. Prochain, sans
Oh,
without
it's
an E. Yeah.
right. Okay. Résultat. Un résultat masculine. It should
Yeah.
be
Prochain.
Suivant. Prochain. Okay.
Prochain, ouais. Quand est le
So
prochain?
précédent. Suivant. But I'm going to add suivant. Um, Suivant.
Suivant. Yeah, fine.
SUGHI. Ah oui, c'est là. Var suivant. So I'm going to make that S majuscule. And then I also added 18N, ENUS. And 18N, FR. All right, so then we can do prochain will be suivant. Suivant. Oh, actually, need to be careful here. I might break all kinds of things. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to break stuff, so I'm gonna do that. And then how would you say increase the number of results, augmenter,
Augmenter,
and decrease the amount of results, décroisser,
diminuer.
diminuer. Okay. Alors, so aug augmenter. This takes a while, but it's worth it. Increase. Okay, augmenter, diminuer, par direction, diminuer. Oops. Diminuer, and then all right, so then we can do no, diminuer, augmenter. Mhm.
C'est le même que d'habitude, non? Tu appelles quelqu'un et tu lui demandes le mot de passe.
Now we do précédent, do button ID. And then augmenter. Mm, Here. Vivant. And then we come to computate vertex, whoops, which has those internationalization changes, and Maven install them. Then we come to computate and Maven install those. And then we regenerate bare metal order. And if we look here, then should have better results, but we gotta do this file, revert file, right? And then take a look. So it's for pagination buttons previous, pagination buttons decrease, pagination button increase, pagination button next. Although it forgot to put the ID equals. Well, I forgot to put that. So let me put that in the code here. ID equals. Wait a minute. Is that the right place? Oops. Should go here and here. All right. So then you refresh the page. Oh, the tooltips didn't quite work, but something's popping up. Let me see. Oh, I think this is the shoelace way of doing tooltips, but the WebAwesome way is to put them here. So it's pretty confusing to switch between these two web component frameworks, but for me, it's worth it. Because I want people to have options. So in here, wow. All right, so we already do something similar where if web awesome is the web components prefix, then we do something. Otherwise, we do something else. So here, We gotta do content right here with content. Whoa. Something went really wrong there. Let me try this again. Why is it putting so many? That is weird. VS Code is being weird. All right. So if WebAwesome, else, shoelace. So in the case of WebAwesome, we put a greater than sign. In the case of shoelace, we do content equals, quote. Wait. We also have to do this later. So we do if WebAwesome then we do nothing, and then if it's shoelace, we put a quote and then end that, and then end with the ending tag. So that was a tiny bit complicated. But we also gotta apply this. And we can get rid of that empty string. So here we replace that with that. And we replace that with that, and that with that. Oh, I missed a comma there. And then here, and like that. And even install this. See, this looks better. I think that'll work. And try it in the site. Show the previous results, show half the results, show double the results, show next results. It says start there, but that's not correct. But the tooltips are working. Those look good. Okay, so next. we have this button where it says start. Bar. Précédent. I'm actually going to move this above to str. Sometimes I do variables and sometimes I do strings, and I keep track of them differently. So a variable doesn't have spaces or accents usually, but a string does. So I have to keep track of them differently. So we have précédent, str, right? Let's see. I want to, whoops, I want to create the other ones. Suivant, suivant. Augmenter. Diminuer. These go different places. Let's go suivant. Aug, AU, G. I try to keep things alphabetical or things just get crazy. Décroissant. All right. So we have the Java public static final string. Now I gotta go up here and let's see, let's go to oops. Précédent. Or I'll say less. Let me think. Diminuer. Aug. Sorry, this should be previous. Less. Maybe this. Oh, more and suivant should be next. Although, what would you say for less and more in French? It'd be plus ou moins. Moins. Plus.
Mhm.
I guess that would make more sense.
Oh.
Plus. Plus. Augmenter. Diminue. Et moins. This is how I practiced my French the last 12 years since I was there, or 10 years. Précédent. Précédent. I already have that one. Moi. Moi. Is there plus? Suivant. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I did those in the wrong place. Sloppy. Oh, man. This is terrible. Um, Previous. No, wait. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm so confused. I gotta change these to be STR, then come back to those. And then these also need to be STR, but this needs to be moi, précédent. This needs to be plus, and this needs to be suivant. And then move these up. There. Suivant. To you. These. There. 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 All right, so now we got the internationalization for that. So we can come over here. CD, even install, and after the icon, before the end of the button, we do str précédent. Well, oh wait, str1, and then plus, and suivant. Okay. Maven install. Save. And then this got these words: previous, less, more, next. And if we check it out, that's what we got. Nice. The rounding on these is bizarre. Wonder what I'm doing there. Well, it's probably something I need to take out of the site CSS. Also, hmm, I should put the next button after the text like they did. That would look nice. So I do icon. Oops. The icon after the text. What else can we change? This seems to be uh, let's see, this is written to a file. Let me see what's going on with this to make it round. Radius, border, radius. I forget. End radius, border and start radius. This is something constructed. Pill. Oh, we had pill there. Let me see. Pill. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I also wanted to look pagination tooltip buttons. Size. Use the size attribute to change the button size. We want to make it small. So then see how this looks. Hmm. Actually, oh, I forgot to touch the bare metal order, but let me do another thing. Actually, I want to try something. If I make this a WA button group, fill, what does that look like? So that's with the button group. Or, and then with the button group, I think if we do size equals small, then we don't have to do it on all the buttons, but let me test that theory. Yeah. So the button group, six, save that, install that. And then touch this file. Okay, we got a bare metal order updated. We have a button group. Oh, we forgot the small part, but oh, and it didn't put that at the end. Oh, but I have an idea. Well, let me see what they did. Um, they did slot suffix on the icon. Interesting. Okay. So then we do suffix on that last one. And we do button group last equal, no, size equals small. Um, oh, it did it in the wrong place. Whoops. Need it in the button group. No, I think this is just in the wrong place. Pagination include. So where do we include this? It's just right here. So let me try putting it there. And then see if we can get this right next to the table. So this would be the bare metal order gen search page. It should have moved that around. Bare metal order There it goes. Try refreshing this page. All right. So it's closer to the table now, but there's a ton of gap here for some reason. Let's see. Let's check the page content. We have this stack. We have this. We have these tooltips, and then we have this and this. So this is giving us a gap of 3XL, which is not great here, I guess. Gap 3XL. XL. Um, so we probably want some gap between here and here, but it doesn't need to be 3XL. Let me check on gap. You can do gap 0, gap M. Let's just do gap M. And where was I before? It was, oh, just right here. So we need to add another gap 0. And stack these. And then closing div. And this is going to be 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6. And technically, I should go and update all the indents of these, but not right now. um, Gap 0. See what that looks like. Actually, what I also want to do is include these at the bottom as well. Five. Okay. Now let's see what it looks like. Bare metal order gen search page. Something. Okay. Let's just see what it looks like. Hey, that looks pretty good, I think. Let me confirm here. How big is this? Div, split, div. Uh, I've not a fan of having those tooltips all the way out there. So let me um pagination. Wait, I'm in the wrong here. These should be here. What is it that turns this color gray? Background color lowered. Bare metal order CSS. Site results grid. So site results grid. Now that is self-contained. What is adding all that gap? Um, Flex container. Wasp. That adds more gap. Hmm. Well, it's not horrible like that. It's more concise than it was, and it's on the top and bottom. So I like that.
Yeah, it's nice, no?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's all of this gap. That's kind of weird. Div, divider. Just don't need all of this space anymore, but I need a. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on this, but I think the pagination looks real good now.
Yeah, it does.
And this looks good. I just need to move this up and find a place for these buttons. I don't know what you think. It's kind of different than search.
Yeah, it should be a different pattern. Maybe you can take the one you're using for the previous less more indexed and just less round.
Less round.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, the border radius is not consistent. And I think the border radius should really be decided by the themes because the themes are pretty new within the last month. And um, well, yeah, it shows you on the main theme page, I think. So these ones, Brutalist is block. These ones are rounded. Some of them are pill. Well, you know, I want it to be decided by the theme. Oh, you can see at the buttons here. So this one has a rounded button. This one has border radius. This one's square. This one's unique. So I don't want to break that anymore. I want it to be consistent. So I'm trying to remove
I can understand.
anywhere I was previously rounding things and make it be based on the theme. So I'll work on that. I wonder in the patterns, they have action panel. Let's see. Build, comments display, empty state, grid list, permissions. No. Order history, order summary, product lists, product overview, category filter. Okay, so here's how they suggest doing filters. We're doing them here on the side. They do them on the side. It's just not in a slide out thing. Category preview. Checkout form. Just trying to see if anything here inspires me. Um, product preview. Data display. Maybe that was it. No, that's not it. Description list. No. activity log, action panel, grid list. Well, I'll just keep them as two separate things. I'm just going to try to get rid of this, and move this down below the breadcrumb. Um, so pagination. Supposed to be, let's see, H1 and divider. Where are those at? H1. If result count is greater than 0, so this is the H1. I'm going to comment it out. Okay, let's see. What else is the H1? H1. Oh, that's in the edit page, actually. I'm not going to touch the edit page yet. I want to touch the search page. So here's the H1. We include the search suggest template and then a divider. The search suggest template is hidden, so we don't really need a divider. And we want to move it into this section. We don't need these if statements here. Let me see how this looks. This file and yeah, it didn't change much. So maybe there was an error or something. Okay, so we're duplicating things now. Wonder how that happened. Bare metal orders search page. Bare metal orders in an H1. Each one what? It's not making much sense to me at the moment. There. Oh, I think it's bare metal orders search form. In a minute. No. Oh, it's in this overrided stuff. Because we were customizing this. That's the reason I was confused. Bare metal order search. Oh, so we don't need to include these here. Wait. Is there anything custom in here? Oh, yeah, there. We did customize this form. So maybe this is not a great one to work with right now. I might need to switch to a different search page and then figure out how to customize that. Whoops. I'll just leave this alone for now and close that. Close that. Close that. Open up Um, bare metal network, Java instead. And then go to bare metal, view bare metal networks. Okay, that's kind of what I was going for. But there's all this crazy space here. What is taking up all this space? It's not this. Oh, it is the gap. Hmm. I must have added that earlier. I think I added that in the page layout. What are all these things? Oh, div. I don't think we want to stack these at all. Okay, that's looking better. So we have the breadcrumb. We have this. Okay, so this is looking better. How does this compare to, whoops, let's go back. How does this compare to this page? Let's see, so bare metal nodes. This is what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now.
Quite nice. Now, don't you think so?
Yeah, so before, after, we shrunk this down to a breadcrumb. We kept this box, but we didn't put these side by side anymore. We put the pagination down below. I think that works better. We also put it down here. Okay, well, I think that's good for today. Thanks for joining.